Hey, how's it going, everybody? I hope everybody's doing all right. I haven't been on here for a while because I've been busy. Because it's just hard trying to watch. It's just hard trying to watch TV. Basically, I don't have that much time. But when I do have time, I'll upload something that I like to watch, and sometimes when I catch something, I'll put it up here. But I caught something on here the other day. It's called The Wonder. Now, a lot of y'all is not going to like this movie, but there is a small percentage of people that likes movies like this, and I happen to be one of them. And again, I just want to make sure I clarify that this is not a review on this channel. This is not a review. When you need a review, you need to go to another station. What I'm doing is I'm basically telling you guys, some of y'all, ladies and gentlemen out there, that this might be one of those movies that you like. Now, this movie is an hour and 49 minutes long. It came out in 2022. It's a Netflix, must be a Netflix film. And so it's number 7 on the chart, and it's called The Wonder. And the cast is Florence Pugh and Tom Burke and Kayla Lord Cassidy. And the director is Sebastian Lelio. Okay, and it's a mystery, and it's a British mystery. But Florence Pugh is in it, but I'll read the plot synopsis and we'll go from there. When a nurse is hired to evaluate a young girl whose family claims she can survive without food, she must weigh the value of the truth versus saving a life. And this basically is an Irish family that lives out. This is back in, it had to be back in the 1900 days, horse and buggy. And so this nurse is hired to watch this girl, and she has to watch her on 8-hour shifts. She watches her, and then there's this nun that watches her as well. But the nun is not your main character. Obviously, Florence Pugh is the main character. She's trying to figure out. So when she goes to this place, she goes to this Irish community where they're very religious, which, I'm into God myself, but everybody's religion is different. But they have these religious, they work the ground, they go to church and all this kind of stuff. But she goes there, and she gets in front of this panel, which is the people in this community, and she says, well, what's wrong? She says she won't eat. They said, well, take her, put her in the hospital and force her to eat. They said, we don't do that. And she asked, how long has she not ate? And they said 40 days. And she said, that's impossible. So this movie's set up to figure out how this girl is, has survived 40 days without eating. And so that's how this movie's set up. Now, I'm telling you, a lot of y'all out there is not going to like this movie, but a lot of you out there will like this movie. And I'm one of them. Now, it took me 2 days to get through this movie because a lot of times I have a knack of falling asleep. Like right now, I'm going to work out here in about 40 minutes. So I went out and paid some bills today, so I'm wide awake. So that's why I'm making these videos. But it took 2 days to get through this movie because a lot of times I have a knack of watching these movies when it's late in the evening, and I should watch it earlier. But it's just her dealing with this girl. And then the cast in this is perfect. And you know how they did this? They opened this up like they were in a gym room. Seriously. They were in the actual gym room, and you seen cameras and equipment and all that. And then there's this, you hear a lady in the background, talking about, hey, this movie is, she's like talking about the movie, and she was telling you, I hope you guys really get it. Basically, she's hoping you guys really get into the movie, something like that. I forgot what she said. Anyway, I'm like, what is this, man? And it actually shows the production staff panning with all their stuff on the floor in this gym room. It looks like they was in an auditorium or something, it looked like a big, how gym rooms look like a basketball court? It looked like a basketball court. And you had all this camera equipment, and it pans over while she's talking, and it goes into a set that was sitting off to the side. It was amazing. It was an actual set, and the movie jumped into the set, into that movie. Yeah, into that movie. And I was like, what the? And it's almost like they were trying to show you how they go about making the movie. But anyway, besides all that, after that, I was like immersed, man. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So, you know, I'm watching this movie and the movie just takes off and stuff. And it's just basically her dealing with this girl and their religion and their faith and how she's surviving. You know, now here's the thing. So, you know, the woman, Florence Pugh's character is a woman. She had they call their kids blessings, which kids are blessings, really. If you read the Bible, your kids are really blessings, man. You ever heard of things that you truly bless? Well, that's what that means. You know, you've been blessed. But a lot of times, a lot of people have been blessed. They just don't count their blessings, and I've been guilty of that. But anyway, besides all that, she gets to know the people in that area, and they're all little, you know. You gotta understand it's a little Irish religious community and stuff. So she's digging and progging and bringing. So over a period of time, she starts piecing things together. Why this little girl is doing what she did. I think she had a younger brother that died, and I think she felt bad that her brother died, if I ain't mistaken. Because she kept, when Florence Pugh was staying at this place, she kept looking at pictures. There was a picture of a little boy, and they said he died. But then all the families had girls. You know, most of them had girls. But anyway, just to make this, just to sum this up, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot. It would take me 2 hours to really tell you the whole complete what's going on. But she started figuring out what was going on, and it was weird because towards the end of the movie, she kind of found out that the mom would go up there and give her a hug and would give her a kiss, but she kissed her on the lips, and she figured out her mom had food in her mouth, and she was extracting food out of her mouth into her mouth. So she would put food in her mouth, and she would give it to her just enough to survive, which is kind of gross. But she was doing that, and then the mom, and when they went in front of this council, they had this council they had to go in front of. So she found out that her mom was doing that, and then her daughter, the daughter that was dying, because the daughter started dying. Because, you know, when Florence Pugh's character, which is a nurse, found out that she was doing this, she really stopped eating. And then when you stop eating over a period of time, your body just starts to shut down. So anyway, to make a long story short, she used some kind of biblical stuff in the Bible where she said, you know, maybe I can help, because Florence Pugh was really trying to help this girl, and she talked her into dying and then waking up and using another name or something like that. And so I'm watching this movie. So she takes her out in this field and she dies. And then when she said, close your eyes and close your eyes. So the girl closed her eyes, and then she waited a while, and then Florence Pugh's looking down at her and she goes, wake up. Wake up. And then I was like, I don't think she's going to wake up. You told her to go ahead and die, because the girl was pretty weak at this point. And the girl ended up struggling, waking herself up, and she called her a new name, which is like she was born again into a new name. And that's how this movie ended. Because Florence Pugh was married, and back then when you get divorced or your marriage don't work out, you know, back in the the early 1900s, that was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, that's a big sin, you know. And she had a baby that she lost. So when she's in this area, you know, everybody's calling their little girls blessings and their little boys blessings, because children are really a blessing. But anyway, you have to watch this movie. That's the best way I can put it. You have to watch this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. Like I said, this movie is not for everybody. Some of y'all might click on it and be like, what the hell? You know, now, pardon me, I'm trying to stop cussing. What the heck? And you might like, what's he watching? You know, and then there might be some like, oh my God, this is really a good movie. I'm really into this. It's not a slow bone, but it's not a real fast-paced movie. It's one of those movies that is just well made. And real quick, at the end of the movie, it started ending, and you know, you could tell that it was at the end of the movie. And the camera starts panning off from that scene, and then you go back into this big gym room, and you see all this camera equipment, all these lights and everything, and then it got a woman standing there, and she's standing there by herself, and she made this comment, and I was like, wow, this is freaking amazing, man. You have to watch this movie. Anyway, you guys, God bless. Take care. Be safe out there. Try not to get sick, and we'll catch you in the next video. We'll see you.